We all love all their fish with great life streams. His tanks, they are so clean. The plants, they are so green. We all love his fluffy beard, it is so white. He always keeps it tight. His eyes are so bright, eyes are so bright.
Well, that's interesting.
What's that?
The video, Lee's video has been deleted.
Huh. Wonder if he deleted it.
I don't know.
I get that sometimes. I think people either come back and delete them.
No, it's got to have been done on his website. Let's
Why
see.
didn't the creator?
For the fish, for the fish. The one place to go to if you have Vic. Your fish may itch or even flash. So Father Fish is your one-stop cap. Cap it all with an inch of sand. Cap it all with an inch of sand. Raise the temperature with a helping hand. And add some garlic on top of that sand. The heat will go, your plants will grow, and all of your fish will have a happy home. Father Fish, so Father Fish, your one-stop wonder if you keep fish. Starring Sir Father Fish and all his followers on the Father Fish channel. Over to you, Sir Father Fish.
Well, hi, ladies.
Good morning.
Terrible start this
Hi,
year.
Cassie.
Hello, Mary.
Hi, GRB. Well, Catfish Terry's coming over now.
Yeah, catfish feeling better. A lot of people were sick yesterday. Kenny was sick yesterday. Catfish was.
Oh, no.
Yeah, Frank is this morning here. Laurie, not Laurie. Um, who was it?
Joey?
Tisha, no.
Oh,
The girl's name in the Philippines.
oh, Cynthia?
Yeah.
Cynthia was sick. Yes, last couple of days. I think Tisha said she's been having trouble too, physically. I don't remember.
Let's see. Aquatic Conquest. Is that about the song? He said, I think he said I can re-upload it.
Yeah, it seems to be.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know why.
Morning, Jeffrey
It may have been
Watts.
something that happened here. Thomas is working on a project for this evening. We're going to try to do I don't know what time, 6 o'clock, I think, an hour stream. It's going to be experimental. We're doing it 6 to 7. It will be on a different platform. It will not be on StreamYard, but it will come up on YouTube. So if you want to plug in, and ladies, please come in if you can. I'm not going to hold you to it. That's going to be for Cassie. That'll be impossible.
I'll try.
What time did you say?
I think it's 6. I
Okay.
think we're going to do it at 6, and it'll be very awkward and complicated and difficult and probably a mess. But we're going to try to get some of the bugs out, see if we can do something a little different. The idea is to do a more high-tech approach with a better platform, better visuals, try to get a better picture here, just stuff like that. Hopefully, we'll see. We'll see. But it'll be like
Chat, Mary.
it'll just run for about an hour. Anyway, so what's going on in the chat this morning?
Just
Not a
good
whole lot
mornings.
so far.
A lot of good mornings.
Mm-hmm. There's Jeffrey Watts who's been here a few times that might need a blue wrench.
Let me get over here where I can see the Wrench Kingdom.
Also, the man who stares at fish.
Who's scared of fish? What is it?
That's his name, his handle. The man who stares at fish. And then Sharpies was like, I'm the man who swears at fish. His handle, the man who stares at fish.
And you did say that was going to be on this channel, Father Fish? Here Fishy was asking.
Yes.
Okay.
It'll be on YouTube. It'll show up. We'll try to get an hour notice up ahead. So you should find it easily enough.
Oh,
We'll see
Tisha.
how it goes.
Hope you feel better, Tisha. She said she had a hard time focusing on the stream.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah,
The man who stares at fish, we all stare at fish, don't we?
And Chris John doesn't have a wrench either.
My eyes were not focusing very well yesterday. I was having a hard time reading things.
Yeah, yesterday was tricky.
I was in the classroom. I was subbing for 5th grade yesterday.
Oh, hey,
And then I won't be here Friday either. I'm subbing for 5th again.
oh, very good.
And I think my for some reason, I'm not sure what's going on, but my son's 3rd grade teacher has been out quite a bit. So I've picked up her assignments as well. So I'm going to be out for like 6 assignments here in November, subbing for 3rd grade.
Well, that'll be nice for you.
I won't be here with you guys, but I'll be helping my son out.
Yeah, you'll be teaching. That's a hardly. I know that's something you thoroughly enjoy.
I enjoy the kiddos. I'll just leave it at that. I do enjoy them.
Nice. Nathan, what's he saying? Oh, excuse me. Day before yesterday, tank clear. Now, massive algae bloom. Leave it or water change it. Massive algae bloom in the water column. Well, it wouldn't be anywhere else, I guess, would it?
Yep. And he's the one. That's the one that has the trout farm that we've been.
Oh, okay.
That set up the. Yeah.
Okay. Oh dear. I slept 9 hours last night. I am not tired. I defy tiredom. Nathan, we look forward to getting a view of your farm when you have a chance to do that. That'd be great fun. If the algae, well, it doesn't come up in one day. It takes a little more. But I'm going to trust that you know what you're talking about since you're around such things full time. You need to try to figure out what the issue is. You obviously have a very healthy tank. An algae bloom is a sign of a very healthy tank with a lot of nutrition. The likelihood is, though, that you have a lot of nutrition in the water column, whereas if you have planted plants like stem plants or rooted plants, you want that nutrition in the substrate. A water change will reduce the nutrition in the water column, but you might consider how it got there. Is it possible that your substrate is bleeding into it, or do you have a substrate inadequate to be able to handle the malm or waste precipitation?
He set up his tank just a couple of weeks ago with your additives.
Oh, all right.
He's done a complete father fish tank.
All that stuff. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would do a water change. Do like a 25% water change. If you're getting water from your creek out there, then you can do just a maximum water change. You want to try to be sure, though, that the water you're putting in is not real high in nitrates. It may be that the water you're using has high nitrate. You've not had the issue for a couple of weeks, but it does take a couple of weeks for algae to take hold and really begin to blossom out. You don't necessarily see it. It doesn't come up in one day. 30% water change, GRB saying. Gina, yeah, Gina's saying same thing I am. Need to figure out why. My hunch is that the water you're using is is high in nitrates. What you might consider is adding more plants that feed from the water column, like anubias and the ferns and those kinds of things, as a way of absorbing more of that nitrate and competing with the algae.
He says drop the StreamYard link, and I think he said he would come up. Is that what you meant? Drop that link and I can show you. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that would work, Nathan.
I can drop it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Father Fish is on it.
Tell if you think, well, we're done lap. Looking, touching, smelling. Water supplies can change due to season, weather, etc. Yeah, sure enough. And this is we're done lap. This is coming from an old salt. Somebody who has been around tanks enough to know what they smell like, what they look like. Henry Hall could look at a tank and tell you the pH of it, which I found somewhat astounding. But he was always on the money. Nathan, good morning.
Good morning, everybody.
Good to see you.
See you too. Yeah, as soon as
Hi,
I get
Nathan.
a chance to go home, I'll show y'all the trout farm for sure.
Oh, good.
All right. So let me clarify. I've been gone for about 2 days, and before I left, I did about a 50% water change, and it was very clear. And I thought that would have gotten rid of some of the nutrients because I tested it, and my nitrites were high, which was causing my nitrates to be a little high. So I did a big water change just to kind of douse those down about 50%. And then I had to go dog sit for a friend of mine, and this is what I came back to.
Oh, my word.
I'm like, I'm in panic mode right now.
Is that green water or is it on the glass?
It's green water. Yeah.
It is green water. Well, the first thing to do is to count your blessings.
I'm counting real quick right
Yeah.
now.
The green water, it'll go away.
Okay.
It might get worse before it gets better, but it'll go away.
Okay.
You can cut the lights back if you want. That'll
Okay.
help. That'll help it to go away. Do not treat for it. Certainly do water changes.
Okay.
You know better than to put any chemicals in. So
Yeah.
I do not need to admonish you. I say that merely for the novices and other fools who want to throw algicides in their fish tank.
Yeah, don't
There are those.
do that. That'll kill your plants.
It kills fish too.
Yeah.
It's a toxin.
It's going to be amazing, though, when it balances out.
Yeah,
It'll be a
well,
nice fish tank.
yeah, the green water's really. I always celebrate when I get green water.
Okay.
I try to keep it, and I can never keep it. It never
Okay.
lasts long enough.
Good deal. Yeah. I got.
If you've got some Daphne, the fish will probably eat them. What fish do you have in there?
I don't have livestock yet. I'm waiting for the plants
Oh, okay.
to grow a little bit more.
Well, that may be part of the reason.
Okay.
Can you get some Daphne?
Okay.
Do you have access to Daphne?
I don't think so, but I can probably get some.
That'll chew it up. They'll eat it up. And then that'll be a great first food for your fish.
Gotcha.
So
Okay.
that might be a nice, fun way to do it.
All right. Cool. Yeah, I got Anacris, Bacopa, Dwarf Sagittarius, and another stem plant in the back left corner. I'm not having any luck with my ferns. 2 of them are starting to die off. I don't know why.
Is it Java fern?
Yeah, it's Java fern. I got it at PetSmart, so I'm like, well,
Okay.
maybe I grew it outside of the water.
Yeah, it might have been bird.
No, don't give up on it, because Cassie and I were just talking about this. Java fern, I don't care where you get it from. It seems like it's got to go through that transition. It'll all die off. It'll shoot those little fernlets off of it.
Okay.
It's taken me probably 4 months to get through my PetSmart Java ferns to get them
Okay.
growing out.
Yeah, do not throw it.
Yeah.
Don't throw it away. If it browns out completely, don't throw it away because it'll create new little baby plants all around the rim of the leaves.
Gotcha.
And then they'll be adapted to your water and they'll start growing, and just glue them to some wood or rocks or whatever.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
And
Okay.
I can show you my Java fern if you want, and I'll go mobile. Show you what I did. Mine wasn't dying though. I was just getting all those little baby, like pups. I don't know what they're called. So
Fernlets.
80
Right.
of them, and I've glued them all over on like wood, and I've got some in my shrimp tank over here, shrimp jar. So they're not dying. Do you have them planted down into the sand?
The Java fern?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're in the cap. They're not all.
Oh, there you go.
You don't want them in under the sand at all.
Yep.
Take them out.
That's the one, that and Anubias
That
don't
would
plant
kill
into
them.
your substrate. Just glue them to rocks or stick them in wood or, yep.
They
Don't worry.
Okay.
We've all done it.
Okay. What's
The problem is that the roots on those are not actually roots. They're really adhering. Think of them as an orchid. Treat them just like you would an orchid. So you don't want to bury the roots of an orchid.
No.
The air needs to get to them. Same with the ferns and the anubias. The water, they need to be in the water column. So if you can attach them to a piece of driftwood or a rock or something like that, they'll do better. The problem is if you put the roots down in there, they'll rot.
Yep.
Really?
They'll turn black, they'll rot and die, and it winds up killing the plant.
I'm glad you told me that.
Procedure
Because I'm on my
change
third
to see what's
round in
going on.
like 6 months of Java fern because I didn't understand why it was dying. But you're saying don't put it in the cap.
Oh, I did the same thing.
Okay.
I almost gave up on planted tanks because of Java fern. I thought I was killing it all. And once I started putting it on driftwood or a piece of rock or something, just like taking regular super glue and just putting a little drop on a piece of driftwood, I just stick it on there and it finally started growing.
Okay.
But even when the leaves look like they're dead, they'll still come back.
Okay.
Most of the time.
I'll take.
Yeah, I let it float. Just you let it float.
Can I let it float? Can I let it float if I don't have?
Well, in my situation here, I let it float. In a tank, you want it probably attached to something.
Okay.
But yeah, like this tub back here, I've just got like pieces of Java fern, like old leaves and stuff, just thrown in there floating until they spring like little roots.
Okay. All right. I'll take those out this evening and we'll see what happens then. I did not
Fern
know
spawns. Yeah, Java fern was very confusing for me at the beginning.
What is Cassie doing here?
I'm gonna go mobile. Let me see.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, Cassie had some good examples of it.
Let me mute this. Muting. All right. I
Sure.
got to figure this out though. I got like an echo.
Like I had made this big, beautiful Java fern tree on top of a piece of driftwood, and it all died out and sprung out little Java fern babies all over it, and I had to reattach them. But now it's starting to grow in and doing well. But it took a couple of months to get it going.
Yeah. So once the roots are actually developed, like you still don't put them in the substrate? No. Okay.
See, there we go. Cassie's showing it.
Okay.
These are like all the babies that sprung off of her main plant.
Okay.
What do you have yours on, Cassie? Just a rock? Is that what it is?
Am I muted? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you. Yeah, you're good.
All right. So this is my jar aquarium.
Note she has a cap on her jar. Show that cap again, Cass.
It's just press and seal.
Isn't that interesting? And that's actually sealed on it.
Mhm.
Press and seal.
For the most part.
Kitchen material.
I'll lift it up to feed.
Okay.
But I redid this one and I had the soil before. So this is now just all sand.
Okay.
But this rock I collected from the beach. And it was wet. I had it in water. And then I just took all my little baby Java ferns and took some Gorilla Glue. It took me about, I don't know, 15 minutes or so to glue all of them on here.
Gorilla Glue. Not interesting. Okay.
It took some time, but I
Okay.
got them all on here.
Huh.
So they, you know, I just did like a little dab. There's a rhizome at the very base of the leaves. I just did a little dab of Gorilla Glue and then just held it on there
Yeah.
for like 20 seconds each. You get kind of used to it after a while and you can kind of figure it out. You don't have to hold it there as long. It's got to be wet. It's got to stay wet.
Okay.
But yeah, there it is. And I've got a little accidental cave. I don't know if this shrimp made that cave, but they hide under there.
Nice.
Well, you've given me hope, which is good.
So yeah,
All
so
right.
these are going to get real tall, and I think eventually I'll have to take them out of here and put them in a bigger aquarium.
A bigger aquarium. Okay.
And same with this. I just stuck this temporary kabamba trimming in here just to give a little more plants in here.
Okay.
All I have really is the dwarf hairgrass. Yeah, so that's what you got to do. You can't have it planted. Just let these guys live in the water column. They're kind of fuzzy.
I will do that. I will take those out of the column this evening, and we'll give them a shot.
Do that. Because I had mine kind of down in there, and they seemed like they started to die. So you can't have them under the sand at all.
Got it.
Floating is fine. You can float it.
Can I float it? Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Now you're official, Nathan.
I'm
now
official.
you know the secret.
Yep.
You know the secret that we all tried to find out from the beginning. Like I thought when they said planted tanks and I had killed all this Java fern, I was like, I'm never planting a plant again. But
here's my ghost shrimp.
Awesome. Oh, look
at
them.
2 ghost shrimp in here, and I've got 3 amanos, but I think all the amanos are hiding.
Got it.
I looked up the other morning. I came in here and I was like sitting at my laptop, and I looked in here, and one of the amano shrimp had eggs. It was buried with eggs. So I was like, "Oh, you've been busy."
Nice.
Nice. Well, Mary, Father, I got to get off here. I got to go to work.
okay.
All right, thank you.
We're excited about seeing your farm, Nathan.
Yeah.
Yes.
I got Mary's information, so I'm gonna message her first when I'm
Okay.
ready to go, and then we can set
Join
that
up with you.
Yeah.
Okay. That sounds like a plan. Thanks,
All right.
Nathan.
Take
You have
care.
a good day.
See
All right,
you.
you too.
Bye-bye.
I muted myself, but the speakers were on. That's why I was like, I can hear you guys in 2 places.
Here, Fishy is, well, she's asking the expert now. She's asking Alex, but we were talking about red root floaters. How I've never had any luck with red root floaters. Roxanne has been. I have water lettuce, but is it a little more picky like CO2 or, yeah, that's what I was thinking, or like the lights have to be better.
Not CO2, but I think it's a little bit harder of a floating plant.
I'm waiting to see what Alex says. I'm sure he'll say
Yeah,
something.
red root does real well in ponds.
Yeah, there he is.
Outdoor
They hate,
ponds.
there we go. Alex said they hate aeration and or water movement. They like very still water, high light, and high nitrates. Okay.
Yeah, so
I had a question about my banana plants.
Nice,
and
Jeffrey.
keep melting back powder fish in my 40-gallon. Do you know?
are they rooting at all?
Yeah, you want me to go mobile and show you them?
Sure.
I'll try it again. Give me a second. All right, I'm going to go set up in front of the 40. We'll be right back.
Good morning, David.
So, Gina, the older we've gotten, harder to scare.
Because Sharpie says he can't find a movie that'll scare him.
Oh,
Look
well,
at your screen. Look at your screen right now.
yeah,
Just kidding.
you want to be. I don't want to get into what's really scary.
Gravel.
Gravel. Yeah, right. Here we go.
Let's see. Oh, good morning, Dave. I think I just said good morning, David, out loud.
She's
Sorry
got it.
about the
So
mic
it's not
interference.
rooting. The little roots will come out. Bury the tips.
I'll be
Bury
right back.
the tips of the bananas.
Okay.
Just the
I didn't know
tip.
you had to do that.
Yeah.
Okay, because there's another one
That's
back
where they
there.
root. They root from the tips.
Do they? Okay. Interesting. I thought they were just like a floating plant that you just leave in here.
No, you don't. You don't want to bury that cluster altogether. Just the tip
Okay.
of it.
All right.
Think of them as a lily, like a water lily.
Mm-hmm.
That's the kind of plant they are.
That one's behind the rocks, but yes, I've got two, and they're both doing this like kind of leaf melt. This had, I think,
Yeah,
another
but it's
leaf
really
in it.
not. I mean, they're not dying. You know, if they were dying, they would drop the leaves all the way back to the to this stem base, and that would rot out. That would fungus or
Well,
mold.
this is the last leaf. The other leaf did completely melt back.
I think it just died. Just try sticking them down in there and see if that helps. Not
Okay.
deep, just kind of shallow.
What's that?
Shallow.
Okay.
Don't, yeah.
Gotcha. Sounds good. Hey, Reedy. This is Mary's subwassertang that I put on
I
the
love it.
rocks.
Yeah.
These are
Nice.
the same rocks as that I just showed you with the Java fern.
Did you glue that on?
Kiddos are being loud. Sorry. I had it wrapped around with the string. You can see
Oh,
maybe
okay,
some
good.
string.
Yeah.
But then I wrapped this one a little too tight. So I took off the string and then added it adhered. But any parts that weren't really adhered, I did glue down a little.
I see.
So.
Well,
yeah,
it does stay
these other
sunk. That's the nice thing about it. It doesn't float to the top.
Yeah, this one over here is just the completely loose bunch. It's just sitting in the corner.
That's Java moss.
Right here is this loose subwassertang.
Oh, I see. With
Just
the Java
sitting.
moss.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's just
Java moss there. Yeah.
it parked right there. Parked itself there.
Yeah. It'll kind of get tangled up in that.
Yeah, my Valsenaria plant is growing crazy.
It's growing. It's doing well. Look at that. That's great. Very
It's growing
nice.
crazy. But
It
it's
sure
not,
is.
it looks like George Sage right now because it's not getting very tall.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? Yeah.
But these are the plants that those sent out those runners.
We're coming off of cool.
So.
Yeah, it looks great.
It's weird. One more thing. I'm going to turn this if that's okay. So my sword plant over here, this one looks great and bushy, and this one's just kind of leggy on this side. And I don't know why it wouldn't get as bushy.
Well, the plants is plants, you know. Some kids are tall and some kids are short.
They're like kids, aren't they? They're like
kids.
choose to do what they're gonna do.
Yeah, that's kind of it.
I'm so annoyed. I'm like, this looks so nice. Why won't you look like that?
You gotta love the one you're with.
Yeah, and then this little guy,
Funny.
he stays kind of little. I guess maybe he's getting shaded out. I mean, he's got some tall shoots, but
Just give him time. You know, Alex had a really interesting take on that yesterday
I'm
in
okay
his
with
video
that.
when he talked about it was really just a very interesting observation where he talked about some plants that were staying small but were very healthy. That did not need to grow toward the light or whatever. They were getting precisely what they wanted and what they needed, and they were happy where they were.
Yeah.
Which is the perspective I've never had. I found that enormously helpful and satisfying. And it kind of pertains to what you're dealing with.
Right.
You know, so long as they're green and growing, and not dying off, then not to worry. They're happy where they are.
Yeah, like these two get a little bit taller because they're more under the light, and this one's like less under the light. So they look a little different, but they're both doing good.
Yeah, it looks great. I'm real. What is that? Anubius? No, what is that?
It's Crypt Tropica, I think.
Oh, it's a crypt, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really like these guys.
Nice. Yeah, that'll do well too.
And I got one
Crypts
over
are.
here.
You could do more crypts on the whole front of your tank.
I do. I like them a lot.
There's
The dwarf hairgrass is growing.
Yeah, there's such a nice plant. Oh, that's cool. That can be a tough one. You can go well with it. Look at it running out. It's running. Nice.
Yep. It's growing all back in here.
Sure is. Look at that. Wow.
Spreading
Impressive, Cass. Looking great.
That spot, like, I might put another crypt right there. But yeah, this is kind of like my Troubleshooting area. I was going to put the Troubleshooting on these rocks, but then I like the look of the rocks.
Yeah.
But algae.
Yeah, it would hide the rocks, wouldn't it?
It will.
It would hide them.
That's what I wanted to do, though, and then I ended up putting them on these rocks.
Yeah, Alex, that was sheer genius. I have never before thought in those terms about plant growth, that a plant can be happy where it is doing what it's doing, even if it's not jumping up, screaming, give me light, give me light. I just thought it was a remarkable insight.
Yeah, I do have algae on the sword leaves. I guess that's algae. Kind of fuzzy. And it's also on the kabamba leaves back there a little bit.
Well, and keep doing water changes on it. Keep the nitrate level as low as you can, and that'll be controlled. As you get more plant growth, it's going to absorb more of that, and you'll have less of a problem with algae. I would not do anything drastic about it unless it gets dramatically worse. For now, water changes are going to be the best way to deal with that.
Well, I started reducing the lighting a little bit in the evenings.
As the Troubleshooting grows, as you might also put some Java fern in there. That'll help. That'll help absorb aquatic nitrates as well.
Yeah, I had them in here, and then I took them out because they were getting. I was running out of room where I had them from my plant sections.
Running out of room. Funny.
Well, my kabamba was like
all right.
growing over
thank
here.
You. Yeah.
And then my sword is like growing that way.
You're such an artiste, Cassie.
Yeah.
You were an artiste.
I wanted to
well, come on back up.
All righty.
Yeah.
Turn me off.
Come on back up.
It looks really good, though.
Yeah, Jeffrey is saying I had green water in the tank and threw some Java fern baby plants in, and it cleared up in 3 days. Nice.
Tisha was asking about doing a planted jar, using a deep substrate in a jar, and I do. And I was trying to tell her the names of different plants, but she can use put anything in it, just any kind of stem plant, swords. Mm-hmm. Ludwigia. I can never say Ludwigia.
Oh, that's interesting. Alex is saying reduce ambient light when the tank light is not on. Algae can grow under 30-watt bulbs where plants will not. So darkness, actually being dark, helps reduce algae. Did not know that. That's remarkable. Excellent. Excellent.
And yes, Tisha, that will work. Carpeting front plants will work. Anything with root, basically anything that with roots that doesn't get too gigantic.
Give me
You
a
put in your
minute.
jar.
Carry on, girls. I need to take a
Okay.
quick break. Be right back.
Well, I got a little self-conscious today with the new camera, Mary.
You look great.
I was like, somebody said I look good, and someone was like, yeah, I like the other camera better. They were with me.
I gave up on mine.
I'm like,
I'll
all
show
right.
you. Let me show you the best setting on mine. You ready?
What?
There, I look the best.
I know. That's so
Oh
funny.
goodness.
My hair looks oily on this one, and I'm like, when I look in the mirror, it doesn't look oily. So I'm like, oh.
No, you look fine.
Thank you, Lee. Yeah.
Lee, I'm glad you're here.
Glad I had a chance to show you those plants and how they're doing. Ask Father Fish and your guys' advice on my aquarium there with the algae that's going on.
Blue lights. Sharpie says, I've noticed quite a correlation between people that have lots of algae and those that have blue lights on in the evenings. I kind of noticed that too. Hey, Petro Man.
The thing is, that light that I got, I really wanted a light that was on a timer, and it's a 24/7 hour light, and it only goes off for 6 hours at night. And it turns blue from, like, I want to say 9 p.m. or 8 p.m. till midnight, and then it turns off, and then it'll come up with like reds in the morning. So it's really pretty, but I want to like program it and change the times so I can like squeeze those down into a smaller photo period. But I didn't get that, that $300 programmable light.
Right. No, I went with the hold on. For anybody that might be new and you've heard us talk about using lights, go to Lowe's. It's like $7 or $8. I don't know. It's not very much. They have them with 2 plugs. This one's only got 1. But you just basically press down all the hours. Like this, you can see it's kind of like, here's half a day and here's half a day. Press down half a day and plug your lights into it. Here, I'm on the wrong side. Most people,
Yeah,
I've just started using these too.
I got the digital ones. I like to get the digital ones. You can get like 2 for $10, and you can program them on your phone. You can program them.
See, that's too technical for me. I had to go old school.
Night crew.
Yeah. Now this light up here, I got a Hydra light from Amazon. This one, now it has a timer on it, and I can't figure it out, but it will do all that stuff, and it'll cut off. But I haven't figured it all out yet. I'm glad when
I had one like that where I think you could just switch to blue or white, and it failed. It quit on me. So I closed the return window and I returned it back.
I'm really impressed with this little light. If I can get it. These are lights at Lowe's. These little spotlights, little LEDs.
Question, or is that advice? We turn it down to like 50% in the day and only 5% at night.
These work good. $14. You can get them cheaper on Amazon, but they're good for jars too. That's my professionalism there.
Your professionalism. Is that what it is?
Hey, I've got plants growing, so it's got to be working. See, Father Fish? I got these little LED lights from Lowe's.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, which way? That way.
Growing.
That's not the fancy. I wish I had lights like Alex and who else had the nice lights.
Tell you something.
Someday when I grow up, I'll get me some.
I have a friend who I cannot visit right now because of a whole series of problems they're having in their home, who has one of the largest private coral farms in Florida. He's got 4,000 gallons of stony corals. And his lighting system is basically dumpster diving stuff. I mean, he has, for example, he buys shop lights, he buys utility lights, the kind that mechanics use that they hang on the inside of a car.
Mm-hmm.
He uses all manner of cheap LED strips, all of that sort of stuff. And it's you go into his shop, into his garage actually, and he has all manner of light on all kinds of tanks. Some he'll have a bucket of water sitting on the floor with a little sponge filter in it and some kind of a little bulb sitting above it. And there will be the fanciest coral you've ever seen growing, thriving in it. It's just kind of remarkable. But these are corals, so-called stony corals, that that everyone says require very fancy, expensive lighting, and he does not do that. He also does deep substrate. The key to his system is deep substrate, and he does calcium additive, substantial calcium additive. He actually dissolves lime in water and then doses with that dissolved lime water in order to get the calcium level up. So I use lime as one of the things that he taught me to use in my mix in order to be able to keep the calcium level, keep the KH up.
Do you wear gloves when you're working with the lime?
I beg your pardon?
Do you wear gloves or a mask when you're working with the lime?
He uses powdered lime and puts it in. No, I don't think so. He does it outside, though. He's not doing it in his fish room. But I do lime as well.
That's why I was asking.
Yeah.
Just worry about that, like inhaling it, or isn't it bad for you?
Probably. Well, it's calcium. I don't know.
That lime was bad.
A lot of things are bad for you. I think, I try to be careful about that sort of stuff. If there's an appropriate time to use a mask, it's when you're mixing up powdered contents into water, because there is dust from all of them, and you can easily inhale it if you're working in even a relatively closed environment.
Yeah, I'm bad. I don't.
A good piece of advice. Let's see, Jeffrey. Oh, we did that.
Patrick was commenting at 8:45. He was saying that my light timer is on for 1 hour and off for 1 hour and so on, and gets 8 hours of light a day. Works fine, but no clue if it's good or bad. But the results are fine.
Well, kind of whatever works for you. That's part of the genius of this hobby, that people can do different things. You might think of it as what happens on an intermittently cloudy day, where the sun is covered and then it's exposed and then it's covered and so forth. It's kind of like that. The theory is, and Alex will want to chime in here, I'm sure, but the principle is that it breaks the growth cycle. It's a system that was designed and applied for algae control as a way of breaking the growth cycle of the algae and preventing its natural normal growth. My sense is that it also controls the plant growth as well. It has the same effect on plants as algae, would be my belief. Um, but if it's something that's working for you and you're happy having your timer set on and off and on and off, then by golly, go for it.
I don't know how you do that because it only has like 2 pins in there.
Alex is saying certain plants like Kabamba and Luigi open and close for respiration and need 90 to 120 minutes. So an hour is a bit too short, but it will control algae somewhat.
Father Fish, Petroman said he sent you some pictures to your phone.
Oh, to my phone or to, okay.
Just letting you know.
To my,
Hello, Jeffrey Boster. There's a question at 8:50, Cassie, from Andre Scott.
Oh, why is it so hard to keep RAM alive? I had it. Sorry, it's hard to read. I guess he had it in a 10-gallon tank. pH was at 7.0 and 6.0. I don't know.
78 to 80 degrees.
I don't know how you had 7.0 and 6.0 pH though. Father Fish, can you take a look at that, or Andre clarify a little?
yeah, I'm just looking for Patrick's. I didn't get anything,
Okay.
Patrick.
From Petroman.
Yeah.
They sent it to your phone. Okay.
Oh, Petroman. Well, I didn't get that either. I haven't got anything on my phone.
Okay. I'll ask him.
Ask him what number he sent it to. The 266 is the appropriate number. 266-9998. It's a 941. Where are we, Patrick? I'm like the wired one. What else? Well, I'm sorry.
Petroman was just responding and saying RAM's like low pH, soft water that is warm.
Well, it has to be warm, absolutely. I keep my rams in 7.5 to 80 with a KH of about 80. So they can tolerate. It depends on where the rams are from. They're all domestic, all of them. There are no wild rams. I don't even think anybody's catching wild rams. You could probably special order some wild rams. I don't know. But there are rams from Germany, from Poland, Czechoslovakia, from Southwest Florida, and from all over Asia. And they're raised in all different conditions. Some are raised in soft water, some are raised in hard water. The ones I get here in Florida are raised in hard alkaline water, so they do well in that condition. So it depends entirely on where the fish come from. Unfortunately, unless you're buying direct and have a pipeline, you don't know, and there's hardly a way to know because the local shop owner is not likely to know. He buys them from a wholesaler, and the wholesaler typically does not tell the shop owner where he gets his fish. That's considered proprietary.
Sorry. Almost called you.
Jason at Redfish Bluefish has taken a different approach. He's buying a lot of fish out of Eastern Europe, out of like Poland, Czechoslovakia, where there are really remarkable fish farmers and an industry that has grown up in the last 5 to 10 years that's pretty much taken over Europe. And they're doing some very, very interesting hybridizing. They're running against Eastern competition. All the farmers and wholesalers and jobbers in the what's it called, the Pacific Rim countries, Thailand, Cambodia, not so much Vietnam yet, but it's coming on, Malaysia, and so forth. Even China. China has really a very big uh, tropical fish farming industry. So these guys in Eastern Europe are coming up against the other major supplier, and they're making tremendous headway. Um, Jason has bought a number of fish from there. He has personal contacts there, and has been able to get some really pretty extraordinary stuff in. So that will begin to populate the western seaboard. We don't have much here because we really don't have the boutique shops or the boutique importers here. All the importers, with the exception of one on the eastern seaboard, are into marketing. Their whole approach is marketing. It's not really focused on the quality or nature of the fish. The one is called Old World Fisheries. That's two gentlemen in their 70s who have been doing fish in Homestead, Florida for 50 years or more. And uh, they buy high-end fish that they sell and spawn. They're but they focus primarily on wild caught. So they're interested in Africans and South Americans. They do get some Asian shipments in, but it's primarily wild caught. They're really not doing the hybridized stuff so much. So there really isn't anyone doing what Jason is doing, and I think it's remarkable that he's doing it because it opens a whole new aspect to the hobbies of someone working on a level of shopping the world to find the best products, the best fish that are available, and to bringing them into an LFS environment that will allow them that will make them accessible and available to the advanced hobbyists. We need more of that. I need to be doing that here. I frankly can't figure out how to get to that level because I can't afford it. Um, so I'm excited about what Jason is doing, and am looking forward. And I've already talked with him about it. I'm looking forward to trying to cooperate with him in ways that'll make it possible for me to do some of what he's doing out there.
Um, yeah, Alex was saying that right after the show today, the video of the tour he took at Jason's new store will be up, and he thinks you're gonna love it. There's 45 to 60 rare fish that we hardly ever see in the U.S.
Wonderful. That's amazing.
So check that out.
He took some fantastic pictures. Okay, so what is the best pH for a blue ram?
Yeah, and then Andre's asking what's the best pH for the blue ram.
Well, again, it depends on where they're from. If you have any idea where they're from, the blue rams, Valley Fisheries is an extremely large breeding operation here in Ruskin, Florida, that cranks out millions of rams. They've been doing it for 20 years or more. And they are the supreme supplier for much of the eastern seaboard, at least, or the eastern part of the U.S. for rams and a few other fish as well. So if that's the case, if that's where they're from, then they're gonna want hard alkaline water. Um, Test the water when they come in. It's while it's not likely that your LFS is going to keep them in the water they come to him in, because the water they come to him in is coming from a wholesaler that is not paying attention to the water the fish come to him in. If he gets some shipped from overseas, they're going to go into his system, and they're not going to go in water that trying to meet the specifications of that Thai supplier. So the fish, by the time typically a fish gets to you, it's gone from a farmer to a buyer to a jobber to a transshipper to a broker to a wholesaler, with the possibility of another jobber in between there, wholesaler to a local fish store, and the local fish store to you. So what's that? That's a potential of 9 to 10 steps that fish makes from the time it leaves its farm to the time it gets to you. There is no likelihood at all that 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 more than one of those steps along the way are going to pay attention to the water quality or the water conditions, the water parameters that are in the bag. Nor should they, because it's going to all change. Every single time it gets to another stop, it changes. It demonstrates how incredibly viable our fish are, tropical fish in general are. So to break that chain, here in Florida, for example, if you're on the East Coast, you try to get from a local, somebody who's handling local fish that are bred locally. Somebody made the comment up here, Sharpie, made the comment his local fish store prefers to buy from local hobbyists because you get a better quality product. And that's if the hobbyist knows what they're doing, and it's not somebody that accidentally spawned 100 fish and managed to raise 2 or 3. If it's somebody that is spawning on a routine basis and raising virtually all of their young, so they know what they're doing and are able to produce a good product, then yeah, that's going to be superior, if only because it's in the same water that you have. So those are the kinds of considerations. The reality is, if you got a fish that spawned anywhere around the world and shipped to you through the chain of the supply chain, you have no hope at all of being able to duplicate the native conditions in which those fish are found, nor should you try. The likelihood is that fish has been spawned in an environment radically different from the one in which its ancestors were natively discovered, such that if you try, for example, to put a Florida angel in low pH soft water, it will kill it. I don't care how long you take to adapt it, it will die. It will bleed out. It will not survive. It has been bred in captivity for 100 generations, for 50 years or more, probably 75 years, and simply has no way to go back to the conditions that its ancestors were in for millions of years. It's now being raised in hard alkaline water. It may have come out of soft acid water, but it ain't in it no more. And if you try to put it back, you're going to kill it. Now, that's not to say fish coming in on the West Coast that are coming out of Asia that are kept by the jobber and the wholesaler in LA in soft acid water that's not to say they should be kept in hard alkaline water. They should not. They should be kept in the water that the supplier and the fish store have them in, which is likely the water that you have. So the principle is very simple. You keep your fish in the water that is available to you, whatever it is. When you reach the level where you can begin adjusting pH to handle wild caught fish, then you're in another game. You're no longer a local hobbyist going to a local fish store buying their fish. You're on a whole different level. Mary?
Oh, you've got a super chat from Alex.
You do. But you were on the roll. We didn't want to interrupt you.
Right. And Cassie, did you get 904 right above your comment or below your comment from George Trotter?
I don't know. I'm trying to keep up with all of
Can,
it.
yeah. Can you talk about having a heater in the aquarium? Would it be good to have a heater on a timer? Which probably is a no, but.
Thank you, Alex. 333.
Yeah.
The magical number.
Yep.
Heater in the aquarium. I have heaters in everything. I prefer heaters in everything, if only to maintain a stable temperature. That's here.
The gentleman's here to fix the door. He's going to work on the
Hey.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Hey, Father Fish. A fish with the YouTube channel would like to know if he could come up and join us. I think he might be one of our young friends that used to be, where were you? You were like Toronto, something. But anyway, he would like to come up and.
Oh,
come
this
up on
is
the
the
panel.
young man from
Yes.
Canada.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was trying to make sure I got it right.
George Trotter.
You
And you're like, sounds like George Farmer.
If you're still here, a fish.
George Trotter was asking, would it be good to put your heater on a timer, Father Fish?
No. No, I don't. I would not say so. You're going to have more trouble than not doing that.
But you do want one that has a thermostat, though. Make sure you get.
Yeah,
those.
you want to set it at 82 and leave it. There he is.
Thank you.
Misfit.
Thank you,
Thank you
Misfits.
very much. Going to build some rack systems for the fish store today. Busy, busy day. Good job, Misfit. Thank you so much for your super chat. That is very generous of you. Means a great deal. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Did y'all drop the link for a fish yet?
Yeah.
Okay.
My
chat
shrimp,
just
I have
stopped.
25-watt heaters in my brine shrimp hatchery. I keep them at 80 degrees. That's okay. If you're cold, it's going to hatch them out quicker. So that's a good thing to do. Now, note that if you're heating brine shrimp hatcheries, you're not heating them to keep them alive because they can live in near frozen conditions. You're heating them to keep them, to hatch them out because they require warm water. They will hatch out at a higher rate, I should say, in warm water. So that's a good thing to do. They'll also grow quicker if you're trying to grow them out, and will do better. But it's certainly not in any way required. In fact, one of the things I do routinely when I hatch out a large batch of baby brine shrimp and feed out and still have a lot left, I put it in the refrigerator because that keeps them from continuing to try to grow. It kind of immobilizes them. It does not kill them. They stay alive and are available as food the next day or several days thereafter. Misfit,
I don't see tanks
Misfit,
here.
asking about packing. Was that the dirt, Misfit? Because the dirt did not go out. I did send fish out, and I sent cups out, but I think you had dirt, and we didn't get to it. That will go out today, however, for sure.
Yeah,
Alex is saying on and off is harder on the coils.
I was just gonna say what he was
Good point.
to.
Oh,
Coffee.
guess who's here?
Yep, there we go.
There's it.
Oh, there's
Hi,
Good
Joey.
morning.
What are you up to?
Good morning,
Good to see
everyone.
you.
I don't
Morning.
Good. I just wanted
I
to
don't
come
know
up
if
for a minute.
Okay.
Minute.
no. You have to stay
We're
now.
gonna
Sorry.
chain you. We're gonna chain you to the floor.
That's right.
Well, I'm chained to the couch. I got my coffee and my dogs. They can't move.
Really? What's up?
I wanted to just, I don't know if you saw last night when we were talking in Catfish Terry's, but I sent you an email. I just wanted you to look at it because it has my telephone number. So make sure you find it.
Oh, all
it.
right. I'll look for it. Okay.
That's it.
She just wanted to come give you a personal message.
Virtual call live on the stream.
Little delivery. Yes. But I know you get tons of emails, so I'm sure you can't possibly.
Oh, you're one of the top
Well,
ones.
the
Don't
problem
worry.
is I can't find them half the time. You sent it to fatherfish at fatherfish.net?
Yes.
Okay, I'll find it.
And I said it last night, but I think when we were talking in Catfish Terry's, we were talking, and then you didn't answer back, so I'm like, oops, he's gone.
I was gone. That was last night.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't stay. I went to bed.
Well, you missed it. We had a pretty fun stream.
Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry I missed it.
Can't stay up that late.
Yeah,
we get
he
crazy.
really threw me with that green screen room he was in.
Oh, I don't. Was that really his living room, or was it just?
No,
Yeah,
there was
I
a green
like,
screen.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't. Because I called him on it twice, and he finally responded.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
So that was funny. He was ostensibly streaming from the music room of a multi-million-dollar home.
It looked wonderful.
With a grand piano in the corner.
Yeah, we were joking about putting that, the cover down on the piano and putting a fish tank on it. I said I would,
Yeah, right. Exactly.
I said, I got horizontal surface disease. If there's a flat surface, I want to put a fish tank on it,
Right. Funny stuff. Yeah, he was feeling better. He was sick too.
Yeah.
The day before, I guess, or that evening.
Yeah.
Or that morning, I guess. Yeah.
He's been having a lot of headaches, so yeah.
A lot of people having a lot of headaches right about now.
Mm-hmm.
Which we hope are going to clear up shortly. In fairly short order, we hope.
Yeah.
God, this could go on for a while.
It might.
It might. Yeah, it might indeed. I have a piano and don't player. Was thinking about how can I make it into a fish tank, says Holly. Holly, is that an upright? An upright would work real well.
Yep.
You just pull out the front board. Pull out the front board, take out the soundboard. You can put a fish tank right there with a keyboard right in front of it. That would be fun.
I think that would be great. I'd love to see it.
I think it would hold a 55. Pretty close to it. I think you could get a 55 in a standard upright. That would be fun to do, wouldn't it?
Pretty cool.
It would look great.
That. Yeah,
hey, Father Fish.
It really.
Petro Man is wondering if you could check your phone and just he said he sent it to your phone again. Some pictures. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt y'all. But
Quite
he did.
right.
He's checked a couple times with me, so.
732. Yep, got it.
Okay.
got his discus.
Oh boy.
Oh,
Where's
his
your little
brine-
babies, Joey?
He's got his brine shrimp
They're
hatchery,
good.
which I saw.
I'm sorry about your little baby.
Yeah, it just didn't. He was just too weak. Mama kept trying to push. I kept him completely out last night, and he was just too. He was so little. But the rest of them are sure doing good.
Yeah,
Good
it's
Lord.
sad, but
Oh, nice.
sometimes it's for the best.
Yep.
It's his $49.95 brine shrimp hatchery. Two of them, no less, sitting under his whatever that size is tank. I don't know what
Oh,
it is.
that was.
Awesome.
Nice.
So I don't need to stay. I just needed to tell you that because I'm like, he's never going to see my email. I know he's not.
He's just gotten so popular.
I know. Well, I figured worst case I'd call him at the store, but I was like, I'll just let him know.
Guppies.
There's guppies. Now I need some of those Petro Man.
Need 500 more guppies than that tank. Give it a few months.
I don't know.
Nice.
Can you send a link to your picture and then we can click on it?
Let's see. He also has. Well, here's the discus. This is the one we need to see. Look at this, boys and girls.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's
Girl.
cute. Yeah, that's awesome.
In that hole. That's as cool as it gets.
Yep.
Yep.
I do
That
not
is cool.
I do not believe there is anything
That's
that
just so
you-
neat.
that beats that.
Babies eating. That's just.
Yep.
It's just amazing.
That's remarkable.
Thanks, Petro Man.
That
I love it.
is.
Okay,
Oh.
okay, Petro Man. I need 300 of them.
Really, really.
They got down in
Uh,
4 hours. At
I'm
8.
going to drop down so you guys can get back to your chat and your questions.
doggone it. Don't leave us. I'm just
She's
kidding.
being so shy.
You don't need me. You guys have got this whole thing.
Yeah,
But
we're
what if
very needy. We're very needy up here.
Yeah.
Straight.
What if we just want you? We don't have to need you. Maybe we just
Well,
want you.
That would be very sweet.
I like it. I like it. Right.
You know. So anyway, I am going to drop down.
Bye, dear.
Bye.
Nice to have you here.
Bye, Joey.
Bye-bye.
I'm trying to see what.
Going back to heaters, Coffee was just saying when heaters turn on from power, it normally heats up. Putting on a timer would trigger this all the time. And
Yeah,
then,
Alex was making the same observation. Popping them on and off is not good for the coils. It takes a lot more electricity than keeping them on. Of course, they don't stay on all the time anyway, because they're maintaining a temperature. They're not the solid state on permanently. But
No.
I think the other side of it, aside from whatever the mechanical issues are involving the well-being of the heater, there's the well-being of the fish. Somebody a while back said, why is it, excuse me, I'm trying to belch here. Why is it that fish can live in the wild in varying temperatures, where it goes down at night and up during the day? And we don't try to, you don't, and you, Father Fish, do not recommend doing that in the fish tank. And I thought that was a pretty good question. So I decided to answer the question. And the answer to my question, the short form is, because you're not God. That is to say, you're not able to, with absolute precision, elevate and reduce that temperature at a slow enough rate to ensure the fish is not going to get stressed by that fluctuating temperature. the other side of the argument is that maintaining a stable temperature is simply better for the fish and better for the tank in general because it alleviates the problem of wildly fluctuating temperatures, which can result in fish becoming uh, sick with ick. It can result in bacterial infection. It can cause the fish to be stressed out. You can avoid all of that by maintaining a stable temperature. David Piper is here.
I
Hello,
was going to say, I heard somebody dink.
Hello.
Hi, David.
how are you? Good to see you.
I'm good. It's I got the day off and I'm just enjoying coffee, watching my fish and
Oh, how
listening
nice.
to you.
How's the baby?
We got to house the baby.
I think he froze. Uh-oh. There he is.
Are you
Well, he's freezing
are
a
you
little bit.
freezing, David?
We've had some nasty weather. We had 19 inches of snow come on the weekend and
Oh,
another
whoa.
5 inches
Aren't
last
you?
night.
Wow.
So it could be my connection's a little bit shoddy.
Well, it's nice to see you.
Yeah, I usually only get a chance to listen because I'm flat out going and I just have it on, but I don't get a chance to chat and stuff. But
We're always glad you're here.
Can you give us a view of any of your fish tanks?
you bet.
Nice.
All right.
Oh, wow.
Oh, David, it's so pretty.
I'm always watching. I
mean, couldn't blame you. I'd be watching all the time, too.
Look at
That
that.
looks fantastic.
It's pretty, isn't it?
You've done a wonderful job. And he and his kids went out and they picked out all the stuff for it.
Nice.
I don't know if you heard me say I was asking how the baby was doing.
Oh, she is doing good.
Oh,
She's not awake yet, which is why I'm able to actually come on and join you guys.
there you go. It looks
But
wonderful.
this is the only one I have set up at the moment. That's the only one my wife will let me, I should say.
At least it's a big one.
Yeah, this is my 80 gallon. I picked it up $100. A guy said my son won't take it down. He had just bought a 150.
Uh-huh.
Huh.
And he says, if you want to come by, clean it up, I'll give you the tank, the stand, the filter.
Oh,
Nice.
wow.
Nice.
That is excellent.
And he says, oh, $100. And I was like, you know what? I'll take that.
That's the deal. You bet.
Absolutely. Turned out amazing.
And then
your brain suggestions, David?
this is all driftwood on the side I've picked up.
I love
That is
driftwood.
beautiful.
It's really nice.
That looks good.
I would add more
Beautiful.
plants to it. It's doing well. It looks really good.
Well, I used your system in it.
Yeah, add some more plants. You're going to be able to get a lot of different kind of stuff growing in there. It looks really good.
You're getting lots of, everybody's just oohing and on over your tank, David.
Oh.
Talking about how beautiful it is.
Well, I was actually about to go collecting, and there's a spot. I work at school, and I'm about 1.5 miles south towards Montana.
Mm-hmm.
You can. There's actually a spot like in actual wetlands where a guy I work with, one of the teachers, he said he ties a rope to the rake, tosses it out, and he pulls in so many wild plants that
Oh, that's a good idea. That's cool.
Nice.
he said he got about $5,000 worth of hornwort in one scoop.
Oh my goodness, I bet. That's exciting
So-
though. That's really cool.
I was about to head down with a bucket one day, but I kind of rushed home instead, and then we got the snow.
Yeah, 14 inches of snow. Put the kibosh on that for a while.
It sure did.
Oh yeah, so but then it's supposed to be like nice and hot next week, and it's all supposed to melt. So I don't.
That's so crazy.
Great.
And maybe you can get out there and you'll be showing us all the plants you found.
Yeah, try to do a little bit while you're there. That would be fun.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm hoping, like, he says there's no fish in it, so I'm hoping to collect a bunch of Daphne and stuff too. So
that sounds
that'll be good.
Yeah,
but that will be next
great.
spring.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
Do you have a heater in there? Since we're talking about heaters today, and someone was asking about what brand to use. Do you have any preference?
I've been using Cobalt Aquatics. It's been good. It sets dead on, and it's down in right about.
Yeah, that's a good heater. I've got plenty of those. Yeah, what's the wattage? 200, you said?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. Nicholas Groff offered you $200 for your tank.
I don't think so.
I think he's got more than 200 in it by now, Nicholas.
I don't. Actually, fish-wise, yes, but...
No, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
Yeah, what you put into it in addition to what you bought it for. Yeah, those are the kinds of deals that make it possible to build a fish room and really build a hobby. You can't do it buying new. It's just too expensive.
No, and I'm someone I got a 20-gallon when I was 10 and I've kept fish since, hey? So 30
Nice.
years, my parents would not give me a dime for anything with it. So it was me who went to all the glass shops and all the rest and said, hey, can I have some glass? And I would build all my own stuff. And
Nice. We met a young man, Joey, on here about a week ago. He's 14 years old. And he has put together, I don't know how many tanks. I think he said he had 14 or 15 tanks. But his parents have not given him a dime for any of it. He's got a wonderful collection of fish, great tanks, 14-year-old kid, done it all by shoveling snow and cutting grass and whatever other odd jobs they could do. So yeah, kids are a vital part of this hobby.
Do what you gotta do.
yeah, I know when I was a kid, like we had a wooded 5 acres out in the mountains of northern British Columbia, Canada. And I would go walking through the woods to find what I needed.
Nice. Yeah, I thought about doing a 10 things you can get on a long walk for your fish tank or fish room. You know, things like driftwood, obviously.
Yeah.
Stones, obviously. But
Leaves as well.
like, yeah, birds' nests. Birds' nests are wonderful in fish tanks. Figure that one out. It's amazing, the stuff. Any kind of bug, any bug at all will do.
Oh yeah,
I really need to do that. I'll probably wait until the weather's warmed out. I don't know. Need to get out in the woods and do some 10 best things you can find in the woods.
My big issue with the place I moved, there's no woods. It's all farmland and cities.
Oh, well, farmland's perfect. There usually are creeks going through farmland, so you can collect in the creeks.
Well,
there are ponds, farm ponds, invariably. Farm ponds always have plants and whatnot.
Yeah, like this place has irrigation ditches that run all throughout, and they actually drain them for the winter. So
that's where blackworms and bloodworms come from. All the nematodes that come from those farm ditches, particularly like dairy farm ditches. runoffs where there's a lot of nutrition going in. You get huge clumps of worms in
Hello,
them.
fish streams. Oh, sorry.
Nice.
Well, I was going to go check out the ditches when they drained them, and my wife went, well, I want to go with you. So I went, okay, and I didn't go.
Oh, dear.
And then she's like, I don't feel like it now. And
Oh, dear.
life got busy, and I didn't get a
Oh,
chance
dear.
after that. So,
Oh, dear. Yeah, you need to jump on those. I was watching something the other day. It was really interesting, talking about motivation. And it said that motivation doesn't come at the beginning of a task, but it does come once you get into the task. So you have to kind of push yourself out the door.
oh,
But
my
then
son's up.
Then you've done that, you get motivated to do it. Is this your wife?
That's my son.
Your son, sorry.
Oh, and now the baby's up, so I should let you go. I think I probably woke the whole house.
Thank you, David.
Glad
Okay.
you came up, David. Thank you for
Nice to have
sharing.
here.
Oh, not a problem. You guys have a good day, and I'll be listening.
All right.
Bye-bye. Bless you.
Thank you, David. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Sorry, I didn't mean to blurt out hello, Flip Fish Stream.
All right. Yeah. What leaves here in the States beside oak?
For strip
Leaves. Any hardwood leaf.
I've heard they were talking about magnolia the other day.
Yeah. Any hardwood. Any nut. Any fruit.
What about sweet gums? The little round sticky
I don't know
balls.
about sweet gum. Maybe hardwood. Any hardwood.
Yeah.
I don't know if sweet gum is a hardwood. Softwoods are different. They just deteriorate differently.
Did you see Holly's?
I would not do pine, for example. Pine is going to foul the water. Did I see Holly's? No.
Oh, 927. I'm sorry. She said, Father Fish, my Miranda has a parasite. I've added salt, raised temperature, and medicated as advised on Susan's show, but she would like to know your advice too. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I'm always interrupting. I don't mean to.
Sasquatch. I don't know. Keep an eye out for Sasquatch footprints. I mentioned that to my kids, and I got in trouble for that because apparently I was scaring them away from camping with their dad.
Oh, no. Cassie.
It's gotta be fun, you know. It's fun.
Shame on you.
Times.
Yeah, I know. Well, that's the campfire ghost stories.
I guess you gotta
There's
say
Susan.
campfire. Don't tell them
You
before.
got to be there to do it. Susan here?
Yeah, she just came in.
Oh, there she is. Hi, Susan. So, I don't know. Holly. Parasite. Don't know what kind of parasite. Internal, external. What's the nature of the parasite? Added salt, raised temperature, and medicated. Well, there's probably not much else you can do other than pick it off if it's external. You could try a garlic, get them to eat garlic. If it's a bacterial kind of thing, internally could kill that. Don't know what parasite means.
I've heard of floating the garlic in the water. What do you recommend? Would you float it or just feed it?
I'd recommend chopping it up real fine and either mixing it in with the food or just putting it in.
Okay.
Fish will eat it, and goldfish especially will eat it.
She said external.
It's an external parasite. Is it big enough to pick it off, or is it a tiny little thing? And what kind of parasite? External parasite. Is it ick? We need to know more.
Nicholas wants to know why is Pleco is not eating cucumber. Asking like, how do you feed your a Pleco? I guess.
My pleco won't eat cucumber. How do you guys feed a pleco? I'll tell you what, Nicholas. Here's the deal. You ever had a 2-year-old or a 1-year-old, and you gave them a choice of 3 or 4 foods, one of which was one you really wanted them to eat, and the others were more like dessert. So long as you give them a choice, they're never going to choose what you want them to eat. Now, the other thing about cucumber, Alice was mentioning this yesterday. Cucumber dissolves more quickly in the water. It's not as firm and hard as some other kinds of legumes. You can actually feed sweet potato. I don't know many people who do that, but sweet potato is wonderful food for plecos. The trick is to get it uh, to cut it up in small enough pieces that you can get it down to them. Just
Got
don't get
grandkids running
yellow
around.
squash, zucchini, or yellow squash. Yeah, you don't need to blanch it though, Gina. You can give it to them raw. Uh, it doesn't need to be blanched. All that does really is soften it, and they've got pretty good roughage teeth. They can scrape zucchini or yellow squash. They're a bit firmer and they hold up better. Green beans, Al suggests.
I remember talking about this on Sharpies one day on one of his. He said he feeds his everything, mushrooms.
Yeah. Excuse me. Somebody just came in. I think I
Okay.
need to check on it. Oh.
I asked how often I change the water in my bowl. Up going. Kind of when I feel like it. Once a week usually, if I'm really good.
Yep. Mine love the spinach leaves.
I don't know. It doesn't seem like it needs once a week, so I don't know, guys. Whenever I test my nitrates, they're always like 0. So I just go ahead and do like every week, every other week, about 30%. I'm remaking over my first bowl though. I had too much soil to sand. I asked Father Fish a question about that, so we'll see. He sees the questions in like a day.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and we weren't ignoring your question on the heaters. It's just in the past, Father Fish does not recommend any particular heater. So it's hard to get that information from him.
Yeah.
So you can find somebody in the chat who will tell you, this is what I use, this is reliable. You know.
Like I just for little fish tanks, but mine are preset. I just like ordered these off of Amazon, but they're set at 78. They're not going to do anything if you want to go to 80 or 82. Roxanne recommended these to me, but they're little tiny heaters. But $9.
I'm sure he said all heaters are bad, whether they're cheap or expensive. So he just goes with the cheap ones.
But now my little bowls, like these little ones up here, I don't put heaters in them. I have one in my 5-gallon.
Yeah, I didn't mean to keep returning to that topic, but
oh, it's okay.
Chalupa No Tomato kept repeating the question.
Here, Fishy. What are you doing
there,
this
We could just ask him. Maybe he'll recommend a brand. Maybe he won't. So yeah, a lot of a lot of that information is good. Listen to the people in the
Aquatop
chat.
heaters, yep.
And
Petroman's, he's always some of the EM heaters that are German made. They are nice heaters.
yeah,
Yeah, Aquatop.
Blue
I've got some Tetra heaters. I've got all kind of different heat, but they all work. I'm like Father Fish. I get the cheapest ones.
I tried Aqueon and it died on me, so I haven't replaced it yet. But I've got some recommendations from people. But there's a lot of recommendations. I don't know. It's hard to narrow it down. I'm worried about those little bowl heaters, and then some people said they're not good. Putting the heating mat under the jar is not reliable. So I don't know. You start hearing that information, it's like, you know what? I'm just gonna go with no heater for right now. Yeah, I don't know. I would think if a heater is still working, just keep testing your water temperature. There's no reason for it just because it's old to stop working, but this, I guess, depends on the reliability of that heater. And probably ones that were made long ago might be more reliable than ones today. Kids are getting restless. It's close to our breakfast time. We need to get off of here and go get breakfast. Kids are off school today, Mary. I put a heating mat under one and the jar cracked. So yeah, when you guys make comments like that, I'm like, I'll just rely on the room temperature for my jars and bowls. Keep it at like, our house is usually around 75 to 76 year round. We only turn the heater on in our house maybe 5 times in the winter. But I don't know. Where'd Mary go? I'm all by myself now. God, you guys. So funny. Mary's like, you're doing fine by yourself. Mary, you're muted. Where'd you go? Well, that's good, David. I don't tell my husband how much I spend. I think he'd kill me if he knew what I spent on the shrimp. Hey, you guys can listen to me. I'll talk. I usually don't talk because Father Fish is talking, but I'll talk. I'll be happy to talk. I bought these Amano shrimp. I went out looking for cherry shrimp, and my pet supermarket didn't have any cherries. All they had was ghost shrimp. And look, I can get ghost shrimp for free from my pond. And I love them, and they're cute, they're adorable, but I can't see them unless they're right up next to the glass. So I went to go look for cherries. Neither of my local fish store carried cherries. And my Petco, sorry, Mary. Yeah, I'll get you the link. My Petco had a Amano shrimp, and one of the Amanos was like more red than the other. So I went ahead and got the Amano shrimp. I was told they will accept, they will price match their own website. So I went to check out. They had like a discounted price for the shrimp. They didn't honor that because they said they don't honor it for their live animals. So that sucked. I got 3 Amano shrimp. Not at the discounted price. And they weren't even what I wanted. I wanted cherries. So yeah. It's my story on my shrimp.
Well, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Thank you. Where's Mary?
And get when you leave, and then Mary left me all alone up here, so I started telling a story about my shrimp.
Oh, she's trying to get on. There she is.
Some days. Oh yeah, and Jess with Mane's Tails, Fins, and Furs is going to be streaming after Father Fish this morning.
Yes.
Y'all would like to head over there and join her for the after party.
Well, and then Alex said he's putting up that video on Jason's fish store.
Oh, good.
So it sounds like you got choices. I don't know. My kids are getting restless and they're getting loud. I think it's breakfast time.
What time is it? What are we doing here? Quarter
It's
to
9.
46.
we've been here long enough, haven't we? You want to?
Give you guys my T-shirt before we go.
Do please. Yes.
The shirt.
Let me.
This is the sample that came on Saturday from Teespring. I have this up on my Teespring store.
That is your artwork.
Yes.
It's very, very nice. I really like it.
It looks
It's one
good.
of my favorite animals that I know I will never have.
Oh,
This is my favorite. I know I love it. And I think the first time I saw the sea dragon was at the Baltimore Aquarium.
Yeah, they've got them at Tampa as well, at the Tampa Aquarium. Most of the big aquariums have major displays with the sea dragon and the other one that looks like a barber pole.
Yeah. So the material is really soft. It's I think I don't remember which one I ordered, if it was the unisex one or the women's, but the material is very nice and soft.
It looks nice.
And it came out like high resolution. I mean, I uploaded a high resolution photo, so I would hope it printed high resolution. And it
oh
looks
yeah.
there's no blurriness.
I checked our Teespring link a second ago, Father Fish, and it actually worked, I think.
Oh, good.
When
See that? I
think-
just copied the link for. Yeah, I put up several styles. I tried to make this for you, Father Fish, but then I didn't know what to put under there, so I just made a generic one and just put it up in my own store, KCB Aquatics.
Nice.
I like the
Well,
blue
well-
one too you had on. It was pretty.
That's the one I made myself. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna sing a song and then we'll all say goodbye.
Alrighty.
We'll do our new song. Oh, I don't know if it can do it, Mary. Try it. I don't think
I'll
we
try
can.
it.
I don't think
Yeah.
it allows us to speak at the
Sing
same
together.
time. Wonderful. Thank you all for being here today.
I didn't want to mess it up.
It's an absolute joy. We have
You were an
loved
absolute
being here
joy.
with you. Great fun. Love you all. Delightful to be with you.
Everybody have a very blessed day.
It's going to be on 6 o'clock tonight, I think. You can look for us. We may actually show up.
Okay.
You can make it where it's going to be a trial balloon with some new technology. We'll see how it all works, but we want to try to get some kind of an evening thing together for the East Coast folks
That sounds good.
and the West Coast folks. Bless you all.
Bless you, Father Fish. Love you.
See you tonight or see you in
Bye,
the morning.
Cass.
Bye, Mary.
Bye, everybody. Bye, Cass. Bye, Mary.